No more changing stations, you came to the right place. Turn off your televisions, they'll just get in the way. It's time to get to the point on 107.3. Ike's is on the air with locals only.
Central Kentucky's rock station 107.3 The Point. X, it's locals only Sunday night. Tiffany Tucker. Hello, Tiffany Tucker.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I just played at Phoenix Hill with my parents, which are my actual band. My mom plays the backup piano.
Okay.
My dad plays the backup lead guitar, and they're not here with me. But, yeah, we played at Phoenix Hill 2 weekends ago.
Okay. That
was my first big gig. And then I've played Old Glory Bar and Grill, and Second Brigade Motorcycle Club was my first gig that I had. So
okay, tell us a little bit about how you got started playing.
Oh, well, I have been playing since, I think 6 years ago I started playing. I've been singing since I was about 8.
Okay.
But
so singing was the first
singing
thing?
in church.
Singing
I
in
started
church.
Singing
okay,
in church.
gotcha, yeah.
And then my dad taught me how to play the guitar. So I picked that up and learned all my chords, and I've just been, and actually these songs that I wrote them all this week. Okay. There's a few of them that I had wrote in 2008, but I never put any music to them at all. So I had no clue what I was going to do.
Okay.
And then the beginning of this week, I started putting chords to it. So I've got 5 songs now.
5 songs together.
5 original songs.
5 original songs. And
we do covers. We did covers at Phoenix Hill, you know.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, that's pretty much how a lot of people, you know,
so how you get your inspiration for writing stuff? That's a quick trip in a week, huh?
Well, the ones that I had already written, that was when I probably about a year after I started playing the guitar, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, just things going on in my life, things that have happened, things that have happened in other people's life. But the Back Home, the one I'm going to sing today, I just moved back home from here, from E-Town. I moved back to Brett County. Okay. And brought back a lot of memories. And I mean, I woke up in the middle of the morning, and I was like, gotta write this down, So I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and it just kind of came together. The other one I put together literally last night, but I already had the melody in my head, so.
Okay. Well, let's check out Back Home. It's Tiffany Tucker here on Locals Only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point.
It's getting pretty loud down on Kentucky Street. The cops pulled up, but then they took a seat. Now you don't get much better than this. Can't believe all the things that I missed when I wasn't back home, where you know everyone that you meet. Back home where I got swept right off of my feet. Back home, everyone, they all know me by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. Look who just pulled in the drive. They're singing down at the Dairy Cup Live. So many reasons to call this my home. There's no way I'll ever be alone. 'Cause I'm back home where I know everyone that I meet. Back home where he swept me right off of my feet. Back home where I know everyone by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. The neon lights may be nice for a while. This big old stage sure makes me smile. There's a little town that's calling my name. It's closer to me than fortune and fame. And I'm back home where I know everyone that I meet. Back home where he swept me right off of my feet. Back home where I know everyone by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. No one else will ever be the same.
Back home, it's Tiffany Tucker, locals only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point. All kinds of genres of music, and you came in there and you go, I'm country, can I be on this show? I'm just like, sure. I said, one week we have hip-hop, one week we have metal. You know, it's all about promoting local music here in Central Kentucky. That's what it's all about. And you need to introduce your partner here in crime here, don't you?
My partner in crime is Heath Wheatley. He is going to be playing backup guitar. He's the one who helped me put together all these songs this week. We've just pretty much worked our asses off this
So you're
week.
bouncing back and forth,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yeah, we both put together these songs. We came up with the melodies together and did all of this together.
So helped you write lyrics and stuff like that too? Or?
Yeah, I mean, like there was some stuff that I was like, well, what should this be? And he's like, well, why don't we try this? And so we just kind of put it in there. Like the PBR a while ago, he said we should fill it in with Jaeger. We might do that. We might do that tonight when we get back.
Just change the words a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, these are songs. Yeah, you could. I can done see this happening. Anybody that probably picks up these songs would change them to fit their parties or whatever. You know, what I mean, because yeah, it's pretty down home.
So you're looking at, are you looking to play some of these songs? Obviously, you just came. You probably haven't played them out live a whole
Never.
lot. And
No,
so
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say.
It's the first place that we've played them live.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Are you looking forward to playing them out live?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
yeah.
Yeah, Have a Beer, Back Home. Those are they're really catchy songs. Those were the two
Yeah.
we knew we were going to do tonight. So
Cool. So let's talk about Have a Beer. Where'd that just come out of? Just
2 years ago, I was sitting around a campfire with a couple of my girlfriends. We were waiting for our guy friends to get back, and we started a fire with some tobacco sticks. And I got out the guitar, and the girl, she was like, well, just strum something for me. I'm going to make up a song. And I'm like, okay. So I start strumming, have this, cute little beat going on, and she just blurts out literally the first verse of this song. She kept on going on and on and on and on. And I mean, it was a 4-minute and 45-second song that we literally made up out of our heads, just like that. We'd take back verses and, switch back and forth. So I kind of put it to the side of my head, but I've always had that melody in my head. I need to do that song. So last night I sat down, I was like, I'm gonna redo this song. So I used the same verse. The first verse is exactly the same as what I used 2 years ago. Same chorus, but all the rest of it literally happened last weekend. Okay. So literally, this is our like right here. Well, this is what happened last weekend. So
we will not bring any names.
Yeah, we will not bring any names into this, but
no defamation of character here.
No names in any of my songs, but they know who they are. So yeah, they know who they are. But it's just fun. It's pretty catchy. The chorus is definitely catchy. So I like it.
All right.
This song we actually wasn't going to bring this up.
Yeah, we wasn't even gonna. Yeah, but after I sung it to him this morning, I was like, look, we've got to do this.
It just sounds like one of those
Yeah.
instant songs.
Okay.
Instant songs. Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, let's check it out. It's Have a Beer. It's Tiffany Tucker here on Locals Only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point.
Sitting around a campfire 'cause it's a cold, cold night, waiting for my boys to arrive. Oh, baby, have a beer. My song don't rhyme, but it's okay. I'm partying hard like yesterday. Oh, baby, have a beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. The drinking game got me in trouble again. I really don't matter 'cause I'm with my friends. Oh, baby, have a beer. The cops went by for the third time tonight. I wonder if they think there's gonna be a fight. Oh, baby, have a beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. One just passed out on the front porch chair, and I think I got PBR in my hair. Oh, baby, have a beer. The sun's coming up, but the party's still here, and I think I'll have me just one more beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. Oh, baby, have a beer. I said, 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 oh, baby, have a beer.
Have a beer. It is Tiffany Tucker, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point. And you said you started singing when you were about 8?
About 8. Yeah.
About 8.
Church.
In church. And, obviously that's always a great place to kind of start. A lot of kids start singing in church.
Yeah.
You know?
I started singing in church. My whole family, I mean, literally almost my whole family has some sort of music background. Like, I have 2 or 3 gospel groups that are in my family, and so that's kind of how I was raised. We, always went around to churches and sang and everything, and went to revivals and all that. And then my mom, of course, they actually had a band a couple years ago called Mistaken, and then of course they moved to Glasgow. So, but now they're back, and we're doing this whole new thing, and it's fun. It's fun to be up there with your parents, because usually you're with your friends up on stage,
Mm-hmm.
or some people your age, but whenever I say, well, this is me and this is my mom and my dad behind me, they're like, wow, but it's fun. So, my whole family is in music.
So what kind of influences do you get from them? I mean, obviously there's gospel music influences from church. What other type of influences do you have?
Well, my dad is hardcore, like Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, all of those. That's what he plays,
Old
and that's
country.
what he listens to, and he's amazing on the guitar. It's amazing, and he's been playing since he was a teenager, young, and but he started out playing death metal, that's what he played. They would go in the bedroom and play, long hair, everything, and now it's just kind of like he just transitioned to country, and that's what he plays now. I can hardly ever get him to play Metallica for me, but it's fun. It's so fun to sit there and watch him. I'm like, Dad, just play a Metallica song, please, and
Yeah.
So and my mom, I get the bluesy part from her.
Okay.
Bluegrass, we love bluegrass music. It's so many different genres. We literally, there's some songs that we'll do a cover and change it to completely around from what it was. Wagon Wheel, for instance, that was one of the first songs I ever learned to individually pick to, and that song we totally turned it around. He's like, I don't understand that song, because I've changed it. But I want to make anything I do. I kind of want to make. I don't want to be like somebody else. I want to be like me, and I don't want somebody to compare me to somebody else because it's the same song. So if I just change it up, it's,
Right. What's been your most memorable experience on stage, either with your parents or just as a whole since you've been a kid?
At Phoenix, like I said, the biggest stage I've ever been on is Phoenix Hill. And I was there, I was getting ready to start playing. And this guy, obviously he had been over 21, but he looked so young. He was standing up there, he was wasted, and he was standing on this stool right beside me. Here I am getting ready to go on, and he's like, I can play the bongos for you. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, percussion. He's like, just give me a beat. He's slapping his hands, and I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I mean, I can't get through this guy. I look at Jason and Tim, and I'm like, who is he? You know, who is he? And he's like, he finally gets off stage, and then I start into the song, and this guy comes up, and he wants to bump knuckles with me while I'm singing. He's like, "Yeah, such a great job," and I'm like, "I can't stop playing. No,
Yeah, right.
Don't do this to me." So we finally got him to go.
So you went the stage divers is what you did
it's
next.
like they're just like,
come up on
here,
stage and,
just come up, and I'm like,
wonder why some of these guys get pushed off the stage. They try to stage dive in places. You know, you're just like, I'm trying to play guitar.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean,
don't jump up in my face.
I knew
mess
if
me
I
up,
stopped,
you know?
if I stopped and bumped knuckles with him, I'd mess up the
Yeah,
whole
right,
song. Mom
sure.
and Dad wouldn't know what to do. They would be like, "What?" You know. So yeah, it was funny. I told you, I was like, "Hold on a minute, it's all right, hold on." But yeah, those two were definitely the most memorable. Not that of that night, they was the most memorable.
Okay.
So.
You just started writing songs this week. We got songs this week. You wrote 5 songs. You said
Right.
this week.
5 songs. Pretty much started them on Monday. Some of the songs I had written back in 2008 when I first really started. You know, I mean, that was when I really first started writing. I've done poetry and stuff, but actually starting to write songs was back in 2008. Never did anything with them. Literally kept them in a folder and never looked at them again.
Okay.
And then, you know, this on Monday I found out that I was going to be on the show, and I was like, well, guess it's time to start writing. So I finished Back Home, which that was this, you know, pretty much this week's song.
Yeah.
I mean, I started it and ended it this
Wow,
week.
okay.
Everything else, yeah, I pretty much had to start from scratch and go and fix it all. And I mean, it worked out. I mean, I like it.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about Enough Time.
Enough Time is, it's a slow song. It's more of a feel song. It's pretty deep. It's about how much time flies by. It talks about whenever I was 22, whenever I wrote this song, and the next thing you know, your children are grown, and now my kids are, instead of 1 and 2, they are 5 and 6, and so literally this song it's perfect timing for this song to come out because it's for real. I was 22 and now I'm 27, and my kids are grown up so much more than they was when I wrote this song, and it's a big part of it. So
Well, thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you very
Tiffany
much for
Tucker.
having us.
Enough Time. Let's check it out here. Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Points, locals only.
Every day goes by like a second hand on the clock. All get so caught up in the moment. As soon as we realize we're gone like the wind, there's never enough time to take what you want in life. Gotta give and give just to get where we're going. You wake up one day, you're 22 and in your youth. The next thing you know, your children are older. How come there's never enough time? If we slow down the test of time and see the world around us, we still wouldn't be satisfied. There's never enough time to take what you want